Hi guys, good morning. Hope you're having a good day. I'm not. I'm gonna try not to go into it because you guys have enough drama of your own. There has to be some sort of breakthrough here soon because I wanted to talk to you guys today about a couple of things. I wanted to talk to you about, first of all, the difference between an overt narcissist and a covert narcissist when it comes to a rad child or teen. Recognizing the difference, an overt narcissist is pretty easy to spot. They're very conceited. They love to hear themselves talk. They will actually talk over you and not care about what's happening in your life or what you have to say to contribute to a conversation. They will literally talk over you, and if you start talking about something that they don't want to hear about, they'll talk, like keep talking, and you start to say something and they'll start again, and then they'll stop, so you're like, okay, now here's my chance to start talking, and they'll start again. Like as soon as you start talking, that's their subtle way of telling you, I don't want to hear what you're talking about. I don't want to hear about that. Everything is always about them. An overt narcissist is very easy to recognize. I don't think anyone really needs that really pointed out to you. A covert narcissist has a very different way of controlling a conversation, but still they do. Comparably to the overt, who's going to take over the conversation and do all the talking, they draw attention to themselves. They want to be noticed. Well, the covert narcissist is inside feeling those same things. They want to be noticed. They want to be the center of attention. They want all eyes on them. It's all about them. But they do it in a more subtle way, and that's the covert. Just a reminder, covert means undercover, secret, hidden. How they will try to control the conversation is by leaving important parts of the conversation out. And say you're having a conversation with them or talking to them, let's say it's your rad child, ask them a question. They will answer your question with the minimal answer, with the most minimal answer that really doesn't tell you anything, just kind of acknowledges that you're asking a question, basically. So you have to do all of the work of repeatedly ask another question to get a little more, ask another question to get a little bit more, and that's actually how they're controlling the conversation, and it's baiting. They're actually baiting you, and they will actually lead that conversation in the direction that they want to go by baiting you. They know exactly which kind of bait you will take. Overt, who will talk over you and just keep talking until you give up. The covert will say something that maybe irritates you, that they know would catch your interest, and throw it out there just as bait to lead you down this rabbit trail instead of talking about what you were trying to talk about. Lead you down random rabbit trails until you don't even remember what the original question was. You're so far lost down these trails. This is how a covert narcissist will control the conversation. Very manipulative, very sneaky. It's very covert, very underhanded. Most of the time, people won't even notice that that's what's happened. It's so manipulative. At least the overt narcissist is a little more honest with, what they're feeling, what they're thinking, and what their objective is. But yeah, the covert is a lot more devious in how they go about things. When my daughter was little, she would say, I'm always scared someone's tricking me. And this is like an 9-year-old way of verbalizing that people in general will project their thoughts, their feelings onto someone else. So an example of that is, I am the kind of person, I am very outspoken. I'm going to tell you the truth, even if it hurts. I appreciate people who are very blunt and say it like it is. I appreciate that because I'm that way. And I haven't always been that way. I kind of had to learn to be that way. It saves a lot of time, it saves a lot of head games, because anything in between to me is a head game. I can't think of where it's at, but the Bible says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Because anything in between, anything else, is evil. And I expect, subconsciously, it's not like I'm consciously thinking about it, but when I'm talking to someone, I expect that they're telling me the truth how it is, because that's how I am. Now, my daughter, when she was little and would say, I'm scared somebody's going to trick me, that was her childish way of saying, when I'm talking to someone, I'm manipulating them and I'm twisting things in the direction that I want it to go to get what I want. And that was her way of saying, verbalizing that she had fear that other people were always trying to trick her, that they were manipulating her, and they were trying to trick her into believing something that maybe wasn't true, like she does, because that's what she does. Something else is they will script. I think that they do think ahead. I think that they do plan it out. They weigh their options and just choose the consequence. They choose it. My daughter will script, and a lot of rad kids will do this. And basically, they've learned you. They've studied you. If you've noticed, rad children will stare at you and watch you and other people. They're always watching. They're watching to learn how they're supposed to react. They'll observe and watch you and learn you. And I mean, we know our children. We know what to expect. Sometimes they're pretty predictable, sometimes they're not. Well, that's how we are too. And they're watching us, and they're learning how we would probably react in a given situation, or what we might say, or what the consequence might be if they choose to do something. They will plan it out. And you'll say this, I'll say that, you'll probably do this, I'll probably have to do this chore, or whatever. They'll script it out as if it's a play. Often they will get angry if you go off the script, because they're planning and they're thinking. They're always planning, always planning. This is why I do not think that rad kids don't think ahead. They absolutely do think ahead. They are planning, they are scripting. And if you go off the script, that's when they get mad. Has your rad kid ever gotten mad and you don't even know why? Why did they get mad about that? It's because you went off script. And they had it planned out how you were going to react and how they were going to get out of it. But you didn't do what they thought they were going to do, and it didn't work out how they thought. So they got mad. Those are basically the only things that I really wanted to talk to you about today. Be careful for the scripting, and be careful for the withholding of information. If they are trying to control you by withholding pertinent information in the conversation, they're trying to control it. They're trying to lead the conversation. Don't fall for the bait. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.